my pleasure to talk with Derell Bedingfield Jr. from Benedictine High School out of Cleveland. I was close, right, Derell? I was
No,
close.
that was
But,
perfect. That was perfect.
I'm looking forward to talking to you. Tell me, where's Benedictine High School?
It's off of Martin Luther King Drive.
But it's in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, it's in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's good. You play in a pretty good league up there, a
Oh yeah,
Catholic school league.
yeah. We just
You
got out of
play
the
good
NCAA.
competition.
Oh yeah. We play. We got Holman's. That's probably our biggest rival, but we got Massillon on our schedule, and we got Toledo Central Catholic. We got a pretty big schedule.
You really do.
Yeah.
You really do. What's your favorite thing about football?
Probably the family
football.
Probably the family aspect of it. I grew up the only child, and then I grew up around all females. So once I started playing football, it gave me a team full of brothers and fathers that I could be around all the time. So that's probably my favorite thing about football.
That's really good. You play any other sports, Derell?
No, I have played basketball and track my earlier years, like freshman and sophomore year. But other than that, I've just been preparing for football.
Who seems to be, as you look back, who's been very influential on you? Who's been very influential in your life?
I had to say my mother, probably, just because it's your mom. She's there for you no matter good or bad, good or evil. She's always there for me.
And she's the boss usually too, isn't she?
Oh yeah,
yeah. You better be nice to her.
Oh yeah.
Who athletically? Who athletically has been really kind of influential to you? Anybody?
Probably the Benny alum Jerome Baker, just because we had played the same little league. We had played for the same little league team, and then I went on to go to his high school, and just having a good relationship with him has been very influential to me, and just growing up and preparing myself as a man and as a football player.
Good. Jerome Baker was at my combine when he was a freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was at a football combine that I had.
I
talked to him for a minute. I said, "Man, you got a big future, boy. He could do all the things." I really liked him. He had to get his head on straight in high school, but he's turned out to be. He's really, really good. I'm just messing around, but no, he's a good role model.
Definitely,
for sure. Yeah. How is school? You said you have a pretty good GPA.
Yeah, I got a 3.4 the last time I checked a couple of days ago. But school is school. It's I won't say it's an obligation, but if you want to be a football player, you got to be good in school. So it always just came pretty easy.
Wait a minute, you're making me laugh more than any interview I've had. No, you're good. You're good, really. Tell me, who would be one of your favorite role models? Jerome, probably. Just anybody else?
Role models. I'll probably say, let's go Ray. We go Ray Lewis, just because how the troubles he had early in his career, and then just how he bounced back, and he didn't let that.
Right.
He didn't let that define his career. He bounced back from it.
Good. What do you do? You're not playing any other sports. You work out quite a bit then?
Yeah, we got lifts Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday where I'm at work.
That's really good as well. After college, what do you think you're going to be doing?
Playing on Sundays. That's the dream. That's the hope. That's what I hope for, to be playing on Sundays.
You never know. You're playing defensive outside linebacker, right?
Yeah, outside backer, edge rush.
Okay, let's talk football for a minute. What do you consider your strengths?
Probably my
football player.
Speed off the edge. I'm really good defeating the block and working with my hands, and my feet are really coordinated with each other. So, I had to say probably getting off the edge and defeating blocks.
Okay. What about? It's not necessarily a weakness, but what do you have to improve on?
Probably just improving on maybe my coverage. My coverage is with my cover with slot guys. Tight ends I could handle, but those quick, smaller, speedy slot guys I kind of have.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that just comes from experience. Yeah, I'll tell you, in my opinion, you were right on. You really come off the edge well. Your first 3 steps, you've got really good quickness, and then you get faster. So I think coming off the edge is really a strength for you. And I watched your video, and the other thing is you can find the football and get off blocks.
Oh yeah,
seriously.
definitely.
That's not a joke. I mean, a lot of guys can't. A lot of guys don't want to, but I mean, they don't want to make plays. But you find the football and get off blocks and make plays. And you're just going to have to get bigger and stronger. You know that. But I mean, that's probably the easiest thing to do, really.
Right.
I keep working on that. But no, I think you're tough. I've seen you when you were a sophomore. You played some. I thought you were tough. I saw. I forget it was a Saturday game, but I forget who it was with that you guys played. I'd have to think about it. It was okay. Anyway, let's talk about you now. Let's go back and say, what do you do when nobody's watching you?
When nobody's watching, if I'm not on my phone watching TV, I'm probably reading some psychology books or some books about the Black culture, or just things like that. Just getting in touch with myself.
That's good. Please read about Black culture. Everybody talks about it, but nobody does much. But anyway, we're okay. I got my whole opinion on that. I'm a 72-year-old white guy. Okay, but I believe in it. Okay, let's talk about what's the best thing about football. The best thing.
The best thing about football, it will probably be it's always gonna be here. No matter what, it's always gonna be here. Whether you are the top guy, whether you the last person on the bench, football is always here. Whether you want to get in shape, you want some family, you want somewhere to be from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, it's just always gonna be here.
What's one of the toughest things about football that you don't like? But you do it. What's one of the toughest things?
One of the toughest things, probably going against 300-pounders every day. Getting knocked around.
You got some. You have some there.
Oh yeah, we definitely do. So, but yeah, probably just banging with the big guys every day. And I mean, you got to be some type of crazy to want to get hit in the head every day.
Yeah. I think you're right. What talent would you like to have that you, not athletics, what talent would you like to have, or you do have? What's something you really would be fun to do?
I always want to know how to sing. The ladies love to sing. I always want to know how to sing.
That's good, man. It's good. Tell me, it's a musical instrument. Can you do that?
I had played trumpet in like the 5th grade, but then I
doubt it. Okay. If you could exchange places with a person for one day, who would it be? One day.
That's a good question. Probably. That's a good question. If I could change places with somebody.
We'll come back. You think about it. We'll come back. Now, what annoys you a lot, except these kind of questions? But no, what annoys you a lot? What do you like? It can be anything. Athletics.
Just when people down on themselves a lot, like you have the ability to do anything that you want to do. So when people like just if you're a smaller guy and you just say I can't do it, or just a lot of people that think they can't before they even try, who set limitations on themselves, that gets to me a lot.
Never know.
Right.
You never know, man. And just I think I agree with you. Along those lines, what are words that you live by? What kind of you always keep in your mind, a saying or anything? What words do you live by? What drives you, Derell? What motivates you?
Probably it's only the beginning. If you could probably find it somewhere on my Twitter, but I like to always think when whatever I do, it's only the beginning. It's whether it's football or life or school or anything, it's always only the beginning. As soon as you close one door, one always opens, or as soon as you
For
open one door.
sure. For sure. And those doors will close at any age, but you got to get back and open that next door or wait till it cracks open.
Right,
That's really good. That's really good, man. What about, let's talk football recruiting for a minute. What advice would you give to young people who are young football players who are getting recruited? What would you tell them? Because at Benny, you probably have some sophomores that might be getting some looks right.
Definitely. I would just tell a young recruit, just always stay focused. One offer doesn't really mean anything. It's an offer. It's not a guarantee. So, or a coach texting you is not a guarantee for an offer. So always just stay focused, and whatever you did to get the coverage and the that type of coverage, just keep doing it. Keep your head down and keep your head up, and just do what you do.
And keep your head on straight.
Yeah, definitely.
Offers. Everybody gets caught up in offers. Those are so bogus sometimes it's not even funny. And the tough thing for you guys in the 22 class is that you're not going to get much actual looks. Much of one-on-one and live evals and stuff like that. You're just not going to get. College coaches can't do that. And I'm worried that they're going to move the time back till June 1st. And I think they're going to mess with college football camps. Like Ohio State camp, Michigan camp, and all those kind of things. So, that's concerning a little bit. And you just have to stay focused. How will you approach that, Derell? How will you approach that whole idea of recruiting? You're just going to be patient?
Definitely just be patient. Everything will, I've been doing the same things and I've been staying focused. So the chips gonna fall where they lay. So I just believe everything's gonna come into place, and God's got a plan for everything, and whatever happens, happens.
You gotta control what you can control.
Definitely. Right.
Tell me a couple more questions, then I will let you go. Now, go back. What would you tell a freshman this fall or this August when two-a-days start? What are you going to tell a freshman? What advice, if he came to you and said, man, what would you tell him?
Wait your turn, because everybody has to go through those freshman trials, or everybody has wait your turn. These 4 years went by quick. So when I was coming in as a freshman, I was like, man, why I'm not doing this, or I don't look as good as that guy, or I'm not lifting as much as him. Just wait your turn. Basically, everything is going to come into fruition for you. Just wait your turn.
Well, that's really good. That's just good too. 6'2", 190, getting away about 200 pounds. You played 200 pounds last year, didn't you?
I played up at 200 in quarantine. I just lost it. But I'm getting back up there, definitely. I played at around 200, 195-ish.
Well, I like to keep these at 15 minutes because people won't watch them after that. They'll get bored, turn them off. I appreciate you being on the show.
No problem.
It's really good, and I appreciate you coming on the show, okay?
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you.
No problem.